Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Kids. Audio is connected. So let's see if this works. Here, we'll get this here. Grab it from the virtual audio. Hello, does that work? Oh, let's turn this down. Hello, does that work? Hello, does that work? Hello, does that work? Hey, 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 2 3, hey, 2 3 4, hey, 2 3 4, hey, hey, 2 3. But it doesn't come through. It's through to here. See if it comes through there. See if it'll go right here and see if it comes through there. Is it coming through there? Hey. Okay, it does, it does. Okay, it does work. That's good. Now we know that that works. We can turn this off. Go back to the front microphone, which is what it will work. It does, just like that. It's amazing. Okay, that's good. This can remain like this, and this can be plugged in so it remains like that. And I guess I can turn it around this way so we can actually see what's going on, maybe. It doesn't matter which way it sits. Probably we're going to want it being that way, like that. So let us think about that for a moment. That works. That works just fine. It's right side up and everything. Good. All right, now the other camera is going to be 118, 183. 183. And there it is. And it is facing which way? It's facing the other way. So it's facing properly. It just needs to be tilted a little bit. It doesn't even need to be tilted a little bit. It just needs to be changed the angle. Angle can be changed. Can tilt up some. And there we are. In profile. Bob in profile. And if we straighten it out some, it actually may come level. And I get it. I see what's going on. It is tilted a little bit. We got to come up here if we want to get the whole body. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. This is the angle that you have to go to get that. Okay. That is this angle. All right. And now we'll go get the last camera, which is the, what do you call it, cam? The good old, what do you call it, cam? This, I think we can go take these pills now, right? Late pills, snooze. Do that. That's a 1:30 alarm. Actually is seeing me. Yeah, that's okay. Right on the end, I think, is Z or something like that. Or near Z.
was it called? The name of the company? Ken something? Have a cam viewer. Maybe this way. Let's turn that sucker around. Yeah, this way. There it is. Backwards now. There we go. 480 butt. Looks fine. That looks fine. Oh, this is in the way. right. What do we got here? Go to the meeting. Eight eight 576. Five 852. 852. 3. 389724. John McGrath has entered the meeting room, the waiting room for this meeting. He has he? Oh, here he comes now. He may be here any second. Will we see the famed John McGrath, TikTok conversationalist and world-class Irish dancer? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have him coming on soon. Here he is. Oh, there's his face, I think,
There we
almost.
go.
Beautiful face and his beautiful voice.
How are we?
Ah, fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, lovely to see you too. I like your outfit, bare knees and
Thank you very
all.
much. It's the first time I've got dressed in days.
You mean, yeah, I figured you were going to do this in your boxers.
No, Jesus, not on YouTube.
No, not on you. Okay, well, this sounds like it works okay. You're using the voice interface because you're using a telephone. So
Yes.
I'm not hearing an echo back, so that's a good thing. So that means that the echo cancellation thing is working very well on your end. And how do I hear to sound to you?
You sound good to me. If it does start to echo, just let me know and I can throw in some earphones.
Yeah, no, I think we're doing fine. That's uh, that's up to you if you want to use the earphones. It changes the quality of the transmission, obviously, because the microphone in the camera is not the best. Can you hear that? Yep, you can hear that. Good. All
Right.
right. All right, let's see here. What fun, what adventure, what excitement. This has been going pretty well, these little conversations. I titled this one as today's guest on Bob Struggles. It's no longer Bob Struggles with technology. It's just Bob Struggles because I fucking struggle with everything.
Just struggling in general.
So I said today's guest on Bob Struggles is John McGrath, TikTok conversationalist from Waterford Island and world-class Irish dancer.
Ooh, you bigging me up. How is
Well,
TikTok Grandpa? Doing good?
I'm doing good. Yeah. Whoa. What's your brother's name?
Glad to hear.
Zachary?
Zach. Just Zach.
Zach.
Yeah, I told him that we were doing the interview today if he wanted to come down and meet you, but I think he's gone off with my mother, so not
Uh-huh.
sure.
Mama's boy, eh?
Oh yeah, big time.
I love the fact though that when we were talking the other night, and you said, "Oh no, he's straight." It's like you
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want to scare
that's
him.
because if I put anything up on TikTok, everybody's asking if he's gay or if he's straight or if he's old enough. Even I'm like, no, he's only 15 and he is straight.
You know, when you told me offhand, you know that oh yeah, he loves you, and it was sort of like, well, wait a second, now I want to see this brother.
Yeah, he does. He think you're his favorite TikToker.
Well, that's awfully nice of him. Tell him thank you very much. I'm flattered.
I will, of course.
But yeah, actually, you want to try the headphones? I think I'd like it better. Do you have headphones?
Better if I get the headphones.
Wait a second. Have the headphones got a microphone in them?
They have.
They do. Let's give that a try. I want to see how that works. It may be terrible no matter what.
How does that sound?
Ooh, that sounds much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Just to stand up with the headphones now is going to be difficult.
oh no.
There we go.
You know what I do when I want to do that? I take 2 push pins and I stick them into wherever I want, and then just put it on either side of the push pin so that you can stand up the phone with the charger in it. And
I have it currently balancing on the charger and the headphones.
that's very precarious.
Doing the job for now. As long as I don't make any sudden movements, we're fine.
All right. Well, I promise we won't. There will be no sudden movements involved unless I ask you to dance, and in that case, there will be sudden movements. Now let me go over and grab my glass of whiskey and bring it back over here because it
No problem.
wouldn't be a Bob Struggles without my glass of whiskey.
No interview is complete without some alcohol.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to. If your heart is in your dream,
do, 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 do.
when you upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet, the secret, like a bolt out.
Do, 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 do. Ooh.
The great liquid of life. Whiskey. We bring whiskey, lad. Aye. Here comes the whiskey.
What kind of whiskey do you have today?
Some Colorado whiskey. Stranahan.
Colorado.
Some beautiful
Very
color.
nice.
It's a lovely whiskey. It's a bourbon whiskey, but not technically bourbon because it's not made in Bourbon County, but it is made by all of the prescripts of bourbon, charred oak barrels and all that good stuff. So here's to you, young man.
Cheers. Drink up.
That's good coffee. As the great one used to say. Now let's see, you gotta cue up the theme music. How we doing? We're doing fine on time, 1:52. Not bad at all. Theme music is under, what the hell did I put theme music under? I think I put it in here. I think it's in here. You would think I'd have a place for this. But no, let's not get out of hand here, Bob. Get organized? What would that be?
You're getting
I don't want
We're
to be.
getting quite staticky.
I'm getting staticky. I can't imagine why.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
breaking up a bit on me.
All right.
Probably my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't know. Up there's the theme. Good. That works. Good. We're glad that works. Let's see. Let me take a look at the health of the stream. Show me the health of the stream, Bob. Oh, I love it when you talk that way. Show me the health of your stream. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you're so good at, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more during the interview, but you're just so good at reading the chat and responding to people as you're doing something else. That's the thing that I find the most fucking fascinating about your abilities in the live chat world. Is you'll be fucking painting.
Yeah, I just
And you're keeping an eye on that chat, and you're answering people, and you're giving people shout outs, and you're doing all this shit. And it's like, it's very impressive. Plus, you got a beautiful voice. That's the other thing. You know, when we hear that
yeah,
I find, go on.
I've been doing live since December, so I've been doing live since December, so I'm just used to it now at this stage. I could be broom and still have a chat in the background and know what's going on.
And that's it, though, being able to do that, because I can't. I start doing other things, and I lose track of the chat. And so I have to go back and look at the chat. That's what I do when I do my readings and when I do my playing. I always have to go back to the chat and say, okay, now let me look at the chat. Let me see what the fuck you motherfuckers have been saying. Because I find it crazy when you say something during a chat and then no one notices. And it just goes by and it's like, fuck. So I have to say it again? I do that in your chats a lot. When do I time it? When he's looking at the screen, hit the button. You know? Or he's going to look at the screen, hit the button. Yeah, it's kind of.
I do that a bit. If I want somebody to notice what I'm saying in the chat, I'll do that.
Yeah. So we'll also be bringing up some of your crushes, I think, too. Just for the fun. Well, especially your Kentucky crush there. Or not Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Oh, Jay, please. Be still my heart. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, now I know what he's talking about.
He's beautiful.
And almost a slut, too, so that's good.
Almost.
Oh, he's got a soft spot in his heart for you, boy. Boy, does he have a soft spot for you. Look at you, you're blushing. Ah, look at that. Such a fine little Irish boy.
I don't
blushing there. You don't blush.
I don't blush.
You don't blush. You too fucking blush. As a matter of fact, yeah, your fish belly white turns like a normal hue when you blush.
That's it, yeah. I go from milk bottle white to pink.
Milk bottle white. There's a good way to put it. I always say fish belly white because the bellies of cold water fish are very white.
Oh, yes.
Let's see here. We got this. We got that. We got 156. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes and counting, Mr. Kelly, if you're ready for your close-up. Yeah. Winter, what excitement.
I've never done a live video on YouTube before.
No? Oh, well, this will be a first, and it's also going to be your first major television appearance. Yes, it's just all about you, John. It's not about anybody else. You can actually go landscape with that phone, too, if you want. It'll give us a little wider screen look. Let me take a look at that.
This way.
Ooh. Uh-oh, well, let's stay up.
That's it. I'll balance it against the TV.
I might have just completely screwed everything up because I just lost you completely.
I'm on driving mode.
You're on driving mode. John is talking, but he's a non-video participant now. I'm going to turn him back into a video participant. Show non-video participants. There he is. It says John McGrath, but he's not showing up. Unmute. Yeah. There you are. Well, I guess it didn't work on Landscape then. couldn't get it to stand up. I've lost you. I can't hear you. Hang on.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Landscape did work. There we are. Now, oh, is it too
How's
hard?
that?
Is it too hard to balance? Well, now I've got
Nope.
this little thing in the way there. Yeah, look at that. Look at
Better?
yeah. Now you can lean back and give us the whole man spread thing. Oh, I
Hold
see.
on.
It's because of the you can't really lean back because you've got the headphones.
Nope. Yeah.
Ah. Oh, it's a hard life, You have such a hard life. I don't know.
Oh, we'll get over it. We'll move
I
on.
hope so. I hope so. I just it's so much clearer when people are using a real microphone instead of the microphone that's in the camera, because then you get all the noise from around the room and the
Yeah, I get
reflections from around the room, which is not the same as being on a microphone. Oh boy. Thank you. Best ASMR. Is the hair on the back end extending up yet?
a little bit, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. And I did like the mention the other night. Yeah, too bad, Bob, that I was shit out of luck with you.
Sorry, Bob.
No. I know that for a fact. I mean, that's something you get used to when you get to be my age. Is that it's like, yeah, you have no chance with any of these guys, but they all like you. you know, it's a lot easier in some respects that way.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wish that I lived to be your age because I don't feel like I will.
Oh, sure you will. Are you kidding me? Why?
I dream.
I mean, your parent, how old's your dad?
My dad is 56.
56, so he's got another 12 years and he'll be my age. So you got to go by what they are, pretty much. That's how it is. That's how it works. That you're going to be about the same age as your
Yeah,
parents.
so we'll see.
Well, I don't know. What are you smoking there? I hope it's something good.
Yuppie again.
All right. Well, here we go. It is 2:00, and it is ready to change this over from unlisted to listed and go on the air. So we'll say that. We'll close this like that. We finished that edit. We have done with that edit. We are ready to go. Oh, did I change it? No, I haven't changed it yet. Oh, I got to say, no, it's not made for kids. Damn it. It is not made for kids. I want you to know that. And now we're going to change it to public, pubic.
All right, Bob, give me
You go ahead. I'm going to bring the theme song on and all that good stuff. So you can do what you need to do. Well, welcome to another episode number 13 of Bob Struggles. And it's no longer Bob Struggles with technology. It's now Bob Struggles with everything. Everything in life he struggles with. Even when he has to talk to these handsome young men like this man who's on here today with me, the inimitable John McGrath of Waterford, Ireland, world-class Irish dancer and conversationalist extraordinaire. So welcome to Bob Struggles with Everything. Hello, John. How are you?
I am very good, Bob. Thanks. How are you?
I'm just ducky. Well, look, you, you almost look like you're living in a dwarf house because you're scrunched over to fit. I think you know what? I think we were better off with the portrait mode, just because it got you all. Then we could see all of you. That's it. We want to see all of John because I met John on TikTok. I just happened to stop into one of his lives one night, and he was just going and watching him work the chat and run a live chat. Just it was amazing to me because I do not have any of these skills, and he has the ability to do something at the same time that he's running a live chat, like paint his room or make breakfast, make a supper for Dad and him. So it's kind of amazing. So John, maybe you could explain to me and to the rest of the studio audience here. Now, where is the studio audience? Oh, there's nobody here. There must be online. So to our
You
viewers,
are breaking up with me, but I think I get it.
you get the gist. Up? Am I breaking up? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be breaking up. I didn't want to break up with you, John.
I didn't think you'd be breaking up with me so soon.
I know. So anyway, John, what I was asking is, how do you manage this conversationalism thinking, conversationalizing thing? How do you,
When I'm live on TikTok, basically I just act like the people are there right in front of me, like I'm chatting away to them normally. Like I could be doing something and just take a quick glance back, see what they say, come back and do whatever I'm doing. It's just about keeping them interested in the chat while you're doing whatever you need to do.
yeah, well, it also means you have good eyesight because if you can go look at this phone that's like 5 feet away and go, oh yeah, I know what these people are saying. That's pretty impressive. Good eyes.
Yeah, I've pretty good eyesight. It's not going to get any better with age, though. I feel like it's going to start drifting away soon enough. So I'm making the most of it.
Yeah. Well, it will start drifting away soon enough. You're not wearing reading glasses yet, so then you're doing fine. Yeah.
True. Very true.
And so you live in beautiful Waterford, Ireland, where they make the beautiful Waterford crystal.
I do. Yes.
And
Beautiful spot.
it is a beautiful spot. And the only part of Ireland I've seen in your videos though is your room and your kitchen. I don't think we've
Pretty
ever
much so far.
I don't think we've ever looked outside that room. So someday
We've been outside, but it was out in my backyard.
uh, I wasn't there for that particular life. But we'll
No.
get on one of those sometime so I can see your backyard. I'd like to see your backyard. I'll take you on a tour of my backyard in a little while if
Yeah, sure.
you feel up to it.
That'd be cool. Very nice.
Yeah. It's here it's a little bit different than living in the city, living out here in the country, in the
Uh,
forest.
you live in a forest.
Yeah, I live inside 16 acres of land of my own, and then there's 1,100 acres of forest right next to me.
That sounds beautiful, though. To be fair,
Yeah, it is. It's kind of lovely. I tell
nice
you,
spot to be in my life.
let's do that right now, just to give you the quick lowdown on what the outdoors looks like. I'm going to switch over to the other camera, the portable camera, which is actually just my frigging phone. But it's very fancy because I can turn it into a portable camera. Now let me just see here. We go over to here and press this. Is this it here or is that it there? I think it's this one. I think it's that one. Yeah. Wait a second. Hey, Bob. It's not working. Hey,
Hey, first bit of Bob's struggles.
that's it. Here you go. Bob struggles one more time. There we go. So on screen. It should be showing up on this screen. It says it's connected. And what's this? Someone sent me a note. Phil, the 19th around 2 works. Good. Oh, great. I've got another guest who's coming on the 19th of
Very
beautiful
nice.
May. Yes, and he's a real good guy. He's a guy who does an awful lot of beats for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so in my hip hop what's this? Why does that say 156? This is very interesting. Let's stop that and start it again and see what it says. Because it should be no, it says audio connected. It says it's there. But it's not there. It's a lie. It's a lie. Stop.
Telling you lie.
Yes, connection will be stopped. Yes, connection will be stopped. Now connection will be restarted. 228, is that it? 228? Please talk to me. I hate it when it doesn't talk to me. 228. Point 228. It's this was working a moment ago. Of course it was. There it is. Look at that. Talk about your good times. I turn it this way, and that actually gives me. That's good. Okay, I got that. And now, if I do this here, and go here like this, and there you.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you see the board. Looks
I
like
do.
I have it upside down. I think we'll fix that by doing that. That worked.
There you go.
And now I'm going to bring the audio over there because when I go outside, if I don't turn the audio over to this, you won't hear me, and that won't be any good. So
I'll try to narrate what we're seeing.
Yep, coming in trains now, and we bring up. All right, now here I'm going to go outside. You'll hear this. Thinking that you can hear it. If you
Yes, I
can't,
can hear.
well, I don't know what to tell you.
I can hear you.
What's going on? What's going on? Come on. Is it moving?
Bob, your camera's after changing again.
No, it isn't. It's told me wrong. It told me no. Why did it do that? It should do that. So I can't swim straight. That should be right. That should be straight. But it's not. It's that one. I hate technology. I hate technology. I hate technology. I love
I think
technology.
you'll be changing the name of the talk show back to Bob Struggles with Technology. We are upside down. Looks beautiful. And upside down. Do, 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 do.
Oh, they're completely. I don't
There
know
we
what
go.
the hell if you saw anything at all.
We saw green, which was upside down, but we had no audio.
Aha, green and no audio. Well, that's not I'm not surprised. The audio has been a trouble. But
Well,
we'll learn,
it still
live
looked,
and learn.
it looked beautiful upside down.
It was upside down green. Yeah, well, that's what happened. You know, I didn't rehome the camera when I brought it back online. So, well, I'm putting that aside for now. It's all plugged in. We're all happy. So, beautiful Waterford. How the did you get started with TikTok? Let's start from there.
A friend of mine used to be on TikTok when it was Musically, and then it changed over to TikTok, and she was trying to get me to come onto it for ages. So in December, I decided videos I'll just watch, and then about 2 weeks in, I started making videos, and in the first week, I hit 5,000 followers. So I was
Good
like,
work.
yeah, I like this. I'm staying here.
Yeah. It's a relentlessly positive place. Were you doing lives a lot then, or did you start lives later?
The minute that I hit 1,000 followers, I started doing lives every day.
Every day.
That's how every day.
That's how you build.
Huh?
That's how you build your following if you do it every day.
Yeah, I
And it's
do it every day, and a lot of people come in. I have a lot of regulars in my lives. A lot of people that are there for most, if not all, of my lives, and
wow.
it's good to see some familiar faces when there's also a lot of new people coming in as well.
Yes, and I just recently when you mentioned your crush Jay, I of course being the lech that I am, I said I had to figure out who the hell this guy Jay was from Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes blowing down your pants. Yeah. So I had to see who this Jay was. And of course, as soon as I went and saw who Jay was and made friends with him, it was like, oh my God, no wonder this man is in love with this guy. So, so anyway, I was on one of his lives the other day, and I mentioned that you were going to be on, and he said, "Oh, say hello," and I said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll be saying hello." I'm wondering how long of a delay there is between me talking and you actually hearing, especially since we're going.
You're breaking up with me again, recording.
Oh God, that's too bad that I'm breaking up. It's breaking up coming in. Is it because of me, or is it because of the codec, or what do you think it is? Do you think it's a signal thing?
Could be. It could be the Wi-Fi over here, a signal thing here,
Okay. All right.
and Wi-Fi as it is.
Well, it seems to be working good coming from you. So
There we go. You seem to.
is it just the fact that if I stay on microphone that it works better?
No, it doesn't really matter. It's just it drops and comes back and drops and comes back. So we'll make do with it. Seems to be okay for now.
That's unfortunate. That makes it difficult to ask questions and things like that, you know. But
Yeah, you seem
as
to
I
be okay
said,
now, though. So
okay. So Jay said hello, and I said, of course, I was going to ask you a question. Like, was Jay one of the regulars?
Jay is now one of the wasn't though. We only 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe,
Uh,
and then we started chatting, and he comes in and says hi. Hello.
getting Yeah, I'm getting notifications about the bit rate not being fast enough. The
You
help of the
try hop
stream
over
is
to a hotspot and see if that works a bit. Give me 2
the
seconds
help.
here recording.
I shall give you as many seconds as you need, because this is Bob Struggles with Technology, and actually Bob struggles with everything. So it's perfectly all right for people to be struggling with technology, changing from one thing to another, from hotspot to Wi-Fi, to wired to unwired. And audio does seem a little odd. CPU usage, yes. Please close other applications. All right, I'll be happy to close an application. We'll close this big ass application right here, And hopefully that. Oh, let's see.
No, hopefully that's better.
Is it he trying to come back in? Oh, look, he is. He's better. Must be the lighting is better. Oh, what happened? All the light. I thought the lighting had changed, but it hadn't. It's just the way you were sitting.
Yeah, it's saying it for me as well. It's not very good. No, you're gone again on me.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. That sounds like it's. I don't know. I think the Wi-Fi was better. I don't know if the hotspot was any better.
No, the hotspot didn't work, so I hopped back onto the Wi-Fi. It doesn't seem to be working for me, unfortunately, so I'm not sure what to do.
There we go. That was really interesting. It shut down both at the same time. Okay, that says it's going out there. And there's John McGrath. He's starting to appear here. Slowly but surely he will appear on screen. And I'm saying that, why is it giving you that? Oh, I get why that's doing that. I think because I have it on dual screens. All right, now let's see about this, where this is turned up on live. Google, YouTube, live streaming. Are you there, John? I did admit you back in, but then it looked like you disappeared. So hang on a second. Try now. Do 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 do. There we go. Let's try this again. Can't hear you. It says I should
I,
be able to. You should be able to hear me. You do hear me.
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Can't see me. Oh my heavens! Why is that? No, the camera
There
should.
we go. There you are.
All right, and you're there too. So now we're all back together again. People were sending me stuff in the chat, and it's like my internet was down too, so I wasn't seeing the chat. I wasn't seeing anything. The modem went down. It had all gone south. Once again, Bob struggles with technology.
And so does John.
Here I am. Well, we both together, just struggling together. So that's great fun. But let's see, we have a Jason Mowery on here and a Zalross Gaming. And JT Dirty is on. JT Dirty was on yesterday. He was on the show
Jay
yesterday.
in the chat
JT.
is TikTok Jay.
Oh, it's Jay from TikTok. Oh, Jason. Oh, so that is TikTok Jay. All right. Well, hello, Jason. How are you? He should be back anytime. His Wi-Fi is giving him a hard time. We like it when things give us a hard time. Yeah.
We do. We
Oh,
do.
we don't like it soft. Just these
No,
guys just do not like it soft. Yeah.
no,
So.
they do not. And Jason certainly gives me a hard time.
Ooh, yes, Jason. Look at that. There's a shout out for Jason. How nice, how nice, how nice. This is what we like to hear. We love it when people are lascivious and lewd. That's the way we like things. Lascivious and lewd. So let's see, where were we? I was asking you about Jay from Oklahoma, and you're chatting offline with him, so that's a lovely thing. I do like the fact that this is like how many thousand miles away from you are from Oklahoma. It's
Just
like
over 4,000.
you'll be a while before you
Unbelievable.
just over. It's not like you can walk over to his house, unfortunately. But
Absolutely not. I
you,
can
I
swim.
know you can swim. So is he planning to come to Waterford? Or are you planning to go to Oklahoma?
He's actually planning to come to see me in Waterford once lockdown is over, and then I'm going to go to. He's originally from South Dakota, so going to go to South Dakota.
Oh, South Dakota. Well, yeah, go in the summer. Yeah, you don't want to be
That's what
in
he said. We want to go and see Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, you can be impressed with that. With that, a big hunk of taken down piece of the mountain to make some presidents. Yeah,
Make some presidents out of rock.
yeah. Well, you know, we like make presidents out of money. We make presidents out of rock. You know, we make presidents out of. I don't even know what
About anybody, according to your current president.
Well, yeah, the current president. That's a good question about what he's made of. I don't think it's puppy dog tails, though. So yeah,
No, absolutely not.
what fun, what adventure, what excitement. So let's see. What else was I going to ask you? I was going to ask you a lot of different things, but like I said, the thing that is really is impressive to me is the way you handle a live chat, and you just run right through it, and you're all very easy and easy to talk to, and you've got millions of people who, I don't know how many thousands actually. How many followers have you now?
On TikTok, I'm just close to 25,000 at the moment.
25,000. That's a nice number. Yeah, it's funny when I yeah, and since you only started what in December, is that what you said?
Only started properly putting out videos about 4 months ago, but I put out a few in December and January.
Yeah. So I've had a similar meteoric rise. Or I shouldn't say meteoric because meteors fall, they don't rise. So we should have rocket rise.
Yeah, rocket rise.
A similar a rocket rise in that one of my first videos took off like crazy, went to 500,000 views in the LGBTQ community. And I don't know, I actually do not know how I ended up on your live. I don't know if you actually go on.
I duetted that video on TikTok, and then you saw the duet and you came into my live.
Now see, so many people duetted that video, and but that's wow, that's sweet. So the duet paid off. you got to know me.
It did. I duetted it and you commented on it, but you didn't follow me back straight away. And then a few weeks later, you came in and you were like, "You duetted my video. I thought I was following you, and you weren't." So you followed me down in the.
Oh, I thought because usually if somebody duets me, I do a follow right away, and I do a follow an awful lot. For a while there, I was doing follow no matter what, but then once that viral one took off, it was like, no, there's no possible way I could do follows on all these people. And plus,
you're on what 166,700 now at the moment.
Yeah, 166,000 people, and you know, I think if you look at my,
I think your rocket rise was a bit higher than mine.
Well, I'm older than you, John. I've got more experience.
I can't be anybody's TikTok grandpa just yet.
No, you certainly can be the grandson or the great nephew or the, oh, take me, I'm yours, you whole. But I do
that everybody on TikTok is after adopting you as their grandpa at the moment. You are the TikTok grandpa.
I said that the other day, and still people come and say, "Will you adopt her?" And it's like, how many times do I have to say this? You know?
I have. TikTok is my grandchild now.
Yeah, all of TikTok, is anyone who wants it, because apparently there's a few other TikTok grandpas out there, and one actually who's called TikTok grandpa, his actual name. So,
I think I follow him as well.
Yeah, see that? You see, fickle bitch. Okay, now I get an idea of how long the delay is, how long it took for that little chuckle to happen after I said fickle bitch. So
yeah, it's a bit of a delay.
Just a bit of a delay all the way across the great Atlantic Ocean and the Irish Sea and all of that good stuff. It's been years since I've been in Ireland. It was 1967 was the last time I was in Ireland.
1967. What part of Ireland did you go to?
Dublin. And we stayed.
Nice.
We stayed with some brothers, an order of brothers in monastery or brotherstery or whatever the fuck they call them. Because I was on a tour with our choir school, but that's where we stayed at this
very nice
monastery, and the thing that I most remember about the trip to Ireland, first of all, is getting off the plane and smelling manure. First thing, right off the plane out of Shannon. You know. Oh yeah, it's this. No wonder this country is green. Yes, sir. Lots of fertilizer. That's why. And then we did a bus tour because
Oh, yeah.
everywhere we went, we would do a bus tour before we did anything else. And the bus tour was so you know what do you want to go back and see, you know. And this bus tour, they came along and they went by the. And here's our White House. It's a sort of modeled after your own White House. We've got a White House here, you know, in Ireland. And across the street here is the world's largest open cesspool. It's like I have no idea why he was
The world's largest what?
open cesspool.
Oh God.
I have no idea why he was pointing that out to us, but he did. And I don't think it probably doesn't exist anymore because cesspools are no longer considered useful.
Yeah, no, I doubt it's a thing.
But I just thought it was funny. So thank heavens that things have changed in Ireland since then. We're no longer pointing out.
I am.
Uh-oh.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to fix something.
He's doing a fine job. Look at, isn't that a lovely lamp he has up there on the ceiling? That's a lovely lamp. So yes, I had no
There you
idea
go.
exactly how this was going to go because normally I'm talking with local musicians and hip hop artists and such, and so this is
Yeah.
was a different. My first TikToker, you know, to have my first TikToker talking, and somebody is
And my first YouTube live.
yeah. So maybe you could just let's see. We found out exactly when you started TikToking, and you do really like doing these lives because you get on them and you stay on for what's your average live run time?
Average live would be about 4 hours. Longest live has been 10 hours.
Wow, 4 hour live. Nah, see, I don't think I could do a 4 hour live
Yeah.
because I have no patience with dead air. You have lots of patience with dead air.
It doesn't bother me too much. I'll wait until somebody says something or somebody new comes in. But a lot of the time, I just get lost in the conversation for that long that I don't even realize I've been on for 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, that happens with this show a lot too, is that we start talking and we get lost in conversation and it's like, oh yeah, we've been on for 2 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah, there was one day that the longest one I did, I was literally just sitting there chatting and my live actually dropped off because my Wi-Fi again. And when the live ended, it said that we'd been on for 7.5 hours. And then I went back on for another 3 hours or 2.5 hours.
What dedication. I imagine it must have been a fascinating conversation.
Talk about everything and anything. In my lives, they tend to go very south very quickly. People, especially of the LGBT persuasion, can get quite sexual.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean, why wouldn't they?
Yeah,
You
it
know-
tends to go south really quick.
Do you try and rein it back in, or do you just go along with it?
I try, but what I do is if I'm doing a live during the day before 10 o'clock Irish time, it is for anybody to join, whoever wants to join, whether they be kids, older people, or whatever, and we keep it PG. But then if it's after 10 o'clock, all rules are out the window. We can talk about whatever we want. Anybody who's underage has to leave.
Oh Lord. Well, I better start showing up after 10 then. I haven't had any of those lewd and lascivious ones.
Oh,
That
they
sounds
can
like
be
that's
quite, they can be
Randy?
quite erotic.
Quite erotic. Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they talk about.
I definitely have to show up for one of those.
They're quite fun.
I'm sure they are. I don't know how much more fun they'd be with me around, though. You know, I'm kind of a wet blanket.
I'm sure you'd add a bit of charm.
I think. Oh, well, thank you. That's awfully nice of you to say that. So yes, and I am definitely putting Waterford on my list if I do eventually go to Ireland, which I have every intention of doing, to go there and play golf. So I'm sure that At some point we can squeeze you into the itinerary.
Of course, of
With some
course. Where are
cat-
you looking to play golf in Ireland? Do you have anywhere anywhere in particular?
No, anywhere I fucking can, pretty much.
The person to talk to about that would be my dad. My dad is an avid golfer.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yes, he
well,
loves it.
there you go. I could even schedule a game with your dad so I can find out about you.
He'll tell you all the best things.
I bet he will.
Yeah,
He won't
loves.
tell me all the things I really want to hear, though.
Probably not. You'd have to talk to my sister for that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. So now this is your older sister?
Yes.
Ah, so you share all of your pillow talk with her, eh?
He kind of makes me.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Well, then, I'll have to be acquainted with your sister. And yeah, and you and your younger brother when he gets old enough to talk. 15, he's just a little bit too young for me to talk to because you know me, just not that.
Don't want to catch a case.
Yeah, I don't really look forward to the Interpol showing up at my desk.
Yeah, that
You're
would
talking
not
to a
be good.
15-year-old boy in Ireland? No, I'm not talking to any. Nope. Wasn't me. Was somebody else.
That
He
wasn't.
said he loves some. I don't know. That was just platonic love he was talking about. He was talking about TikTok.
Oh
love.
yeah, he loves your videos. He loves your videos, and he likes going into your lives.
No, that's good.
Into your bedtime stories.
I'm pleased that he does that, and I'm glad that I don't know that. That would make me all sorts of nervous. I'd be saying, "Oh, yes, John McGrath's little brother is here. What are we gonna do? Got to watch myself."
He's not a creator on TikTok. He just watches. But he did make one video to try and get famous where I was making a TikTok and he videoed me saying that I wouldn't leave him in, so blow up his video.
I see.
I was like, you didn't even ask to be in my video. You just took that video just to try and get famous.
There you go. Well, that's okay. He's glomming onto your fame there. He's family, buddy.
Exactly, yeah, but you could at least ask to be in the video first. Would have been easier. We did get a TikTok on the news in Ireland, the two of us.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we did a TikTok dance together, and it ended up on the main news station.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
you're both dancers then?
No, I swore I would never do TikTok dances when I joined TikTok, and then we did one, and it ended up on the news.
Is that the only TikTok dance you've ever done?
No, I've done a few since.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Because, yeah, it hates world famous Irish dancer doesn't do any fucking dance. God damn. We're waiting.
TikTok dances and Irish dances.
It said my internet connection. What was that? Go on. I'm sorry. I missed that.
So, well, Irish dancing and TikTok dancing are completely different, which is why I'm used to doing Irish dancing with my hands by my sides, not moving my shoulders, and then TikTok dancing is all arms and shoulders.
Well, that's true. Well, what you got to do is you just got to pretend that the Republic has taken over the whole fucking island, and you can move your
United
arms now.
Ireland, yeah.
That's right. And Robert Emmett's epitaph can be writ.
That's it.
It's like, English out of Northern Ireland. Up the fucking Queen, up the Republic.
Up the Ra.
Up the Ra. Up the Ra. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I just, I don't understand it. You would think by now that they would have gotten the fucking hint. You know? Hey, let's see. Colonialism is over, Queenie. Queenie, excuse me, Queenie. The age of colonialism is over. So get the fuck out of Ireland. What the fuck?
They tried to do quite the opposite with Brexit. They tried to put a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic.
Well, yeah, there is a hard border because they're once they're out of the republic, you're still in the republic. So you guys ought to force that point. You ought to say, wait a second, this is a violation of international law. You're living on Irish territory. Get the fuck out of here.
That's it.
Oh God, that's one that I'd like to see because I would like my namesake's epitaph to be writ.
It would be. It would be
Yeah,
good to get that finally finished.
it would be lovely before I pass from this world.
I don't think it is going to happen. I don't think the Queen is going to give it up that easy.
Well, fuck the Queen. She'll be dead soon, and there'll be a king. And then when there's a king, maybe we can bust his balls enough to get him to fucking give it up. I don't know. Well, I don't know. You guys busted their balls for such a long time with bombings and everything else, and that didn't seem to help. So
Yeah, bombings on our own soil, which was the stupid thing.
well, there were plenty of bombings in London and such too, But yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't the same when it's actually happening in Ulster and places like that. That's not exactly what you want to do. But the boyos have got their own ways of doing things. So
yeah, they don't listen to the rest of us.
as my aunts and my aunts and grandmother used to say, the men with their guns, oh. The men with their guns.
Where were your family from in Ireland?
Well, I think from out west, Galway, and then also Cork.
Cork would be about an hour and a half drive from me.
Yeah. Okay. That would be my grandfather, my grandmother from Galway, and on my father's side, my Uncle John came over during the Civil War. So he came over to take somebody's place in the Civil War. Got paid the $400 and took some rich guy's place in the Civil War. And that was 1864. So the war was almost over by that time when he sailed into New York Harbor.
Don't know what happened there. I went into darkness there for a sec.
That's all right. You look good in the dark.
I look better in the dark, I'd say.
Oh, I would not say that at all. You're a very attractive young man, John. Don't.
You're very kind.
Don't denigrate yourself. Oh, I'm very kind. Listen to you. It's funny. I was looking at your Instagrams, and it's like, man, this guy has his shirt off all the time.
All the time.
It's all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never thought
my
about.
mom actually kills. If I post a topless picture on Facebook, my mom kills me.
Oh really? Oh really? She doesn't like you to be topless on Facebook, but
Nope.
it's okay on TikTok.
She doesn't. She's not on TikTok, so what she doesn't see doesn't hurt her.
I see. That's funny. That's funny. How do they feel about your being on TikTok and your burgeoning TikTok stardom?
My sister loves it. She's like, when you get famous, make sure you get like James Charles and Jeffree Star to message me. She likes
That's all she's looking for.
makeup
Some
artists.
messages. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she wants clothes as well.
She wants clothes.
She
So I
always
don't.
says to me, "Do you want to buy your TikTok thing? Oh, do you want to buy me this? Do you want to buy me that?"
I see. I haven't got any connections in that department, so she wants nothing to do with Grandpa Bob.
Oh no, she doesn't want the connections. She wants me to pay for it because she thinks I make millions from TikTok.
Oh, really? You think you're
Oh, yeah.
making millions? If you're making millions, could you clue me in?
If I was making millions, I need to clue myself in.
Well, I saw your PayPal me up there, so at least people send you money in PayPal occasionally.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's good.
A lot of people don't like gifting on TikTok, which is one of the features in a live, because TikTok takes a certain percentage of
Oh,
it.
they take almost all of it. They take almost 70% of it.
It takes 70%, yeah. So if you look at it, if you're paying for the I'm Very Rich gift on TikTok, it is $21.99.
Yeah.
But if I cleared my balance on TikTok and I had 0 and I went live and somebody sent me an I'm Very Rich, I only get 5.
Yeah.
So that's how much TikTok.
they get you. They get, like I said, they get most of it. But that's the thing. You tell them, hey, send me it in PayPal. Send me $1, and I'll get the whole fucking dollar if you send it to me in PayPal.
That's what somebody said to me. I didn't realize how much TikTok was taking because I had never tried to buy gifts.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, send me your PayPal. I was like, why don't you just send a gift? He was like, no, because TikTok take like 70%.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set up a PayPal account.
That's good. Well, that's good. And I actually do not get people that ask me that about sending the PayPal or anything. I must have a cheap crowd.
Well, to be fair, I've had some amazing donations from a lot of people. One guy just anonymously set up a fake PayPal to gift me money because he didn't want me to know who it was, and he sent me over 500.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to meet you. Did he?
And thank the person because I don't know who it is.
So he stayed anonymous. He didn't finally reveal himself.
Yeah, he's still anonymous. I still don't know who it is.
Wow, that's really sweet. That is truly sweet.
It was very sweet, and it showed that he didn't want kind of anything in return for it, but it still would have been nice to be able to say thank you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
you can still say thank you. I mean, they know who they are, and if you're saying it, I mean, obviously he's following you, so you just say, "Hey, anonymous person, fucking thank you. That's sweet. Keep sending more."
Or even sometimes when I'm live or when I'm not live, I'll be sitting there and I'll get a notification for PayPal. One of the people who comes into my lives would still be able to just send me 10 or 20.
Wow.
It's just random.
Wow.
I'm downstairs watching a movie. PayPal will blow up.
I just have to get cuter, I guess, or something. Maybe if I go back in time and but people think that you're well set up because you're an older person, and in reality, I'm probably worse off than most of them. Let's see. We got something here. We have a few people on the chat. Let's see what it says. Jason says LOL, and I'm great. Love him so much. Isn't that nice?
Oh.
And God, can't wait to go. I can't wait to go. Oh, we can hardly wait to go.
I can't wait.
I can't either. I want to hear all about this. I want to be in the next room listening to the thumping bed.
It'll be thumping.
What's going on in there? Thump, 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 thump. All right. Drum beats. Oh, God.
There will be a thumping bed, I'm telling you that much.
I know that for sure. I mean, good Lord, my heart was thumping as loud as that bed would be. So when I first ran him down there, and I felt kind of at first I felt kind of creepy because I'd taken his name from your chat,
Yeah.
and said, yeah, I want to be your buddy. Hey, baby, I want to be your buddy. but then he realized who I was and what I was and all of that. So it was all real nice and sweet. And he has.
because I do a thing in my chat. If you are a regular and you come into my live chat, I'll shout you out to the new people and get the new people to go and follow you as well.
Yeah.
But or if anybody comes in, even if it's your first time there, and you even send even the cheapest gift, even if it's just a 1 cent gift, I'll give you a shout out as well. And Jay comes in and he sends a few gifts and he chats for a while, so he always gets a shout out off me anyway. So he probably has a few of the followers that I have following him now.
Well, I just on the strength of your recommendation, I went directly to his channel afterwards and said, I need to know.
He is handsome, but then he puts on the uniform and I'm just like,
oh yes, be still my heart. Ooh,
my heart was still need CPR and now it's mouth.
Come give me resuscitation. As a matter of fact, yes, right down here. It's a mouth to resuscitation. No, it doesn't need to be resuscitated. It's up. It's standing.
Standing at attention.
It is waiting. Some serious Irish wood, as we say. Maybe a shillelagh.
Say hello to my shillelagh.
Yes. Let me say, at least say hello to the knob, anyway. So, I know I'm terrible, John. What can I say? I can
Filthy.
say a lot of things. But yeah, so it was nice. It was nice to see him and to see what your taste was in EMTs, and you have great taste in EMTs.
I do.
And
Yeah.
I do hope that you get a chance. That does, he's saying he can hardly wait to get there, so that's great. That says lots of things about him as a person. And I really want to hear this story when it all happens. I, wa- I want all
I'm
the
sure
background.
it'll be documented.
Oh, it'll be documented. Oh, well, that's even better. I can like that. I can really like that. So yeah, that's the other thing too, is that there's always people around your house that when you're doing these things. Like your father was there the other day, your brother was there. There's people around. It's something's always going on there at the McGrath homestead. And
Always.
is that just because of the COVID, or is it always busy there?
No, no. My dad is one of these people that if it's raining outside and he passes somebody he knows, he'll drag them into the house to make sure that they don't get too wet. If
Ah,
somebody needs a place to stay, there's always a place here, kind of a thing. So a lot of people come and go through the house. So I just don't leave it affect. When people need me to go live, I'll still go live, even with people there. I'll just chat away.
Hmm.
If I'm having a few drinks with my friends, we'll go live for a few hours just to keep people. It's especially during COVID as well, though, to keep people company while they're sitting at home doing nothing
Yeah.
and they have nobody to talk to. I'll go live and tell them to join in and just stay with me for as long as they need to. Even if it's just one person on my live, I'll still stay live and chat to that one person for as long as they need me to.
Well, I've never had that thrill of being the only person on your live, but I do know every time I show up on your live, you give me the shout out as soon as I show up.
Oh yeah, that's because you're one of my favorite TikTokers too.
Oh my God, be still my heart. Oh Lord, it just conjures up all of these images in my mind, and I know that they're not real, but nevertheless, it's a very comforting thing to hear you say that. It really is.
Good.
Yeah.
There's I remember the first time that you came into my live, and I actually got very nervous because I knew that who you were before I even clicked on the name to see the profile. I knew exactly who you were, and I was like, "That's one of my favorite TikTokers." And everybody's like, "Who?" I was like, "Recording."
And they go, who?
Oh, it's gone again. Jesus.
That's all right. There you go. You're back.
I am back.
You are back. You're the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, you're the best back you can do. Yeah, that's funny that you thought of me as somebody. I don't know, intimidating perhaps. I have no idea why would you think that? I'm getting
You've
nervous because
cut out on me a bit there, Rob.
that's all right. Bob, never call me Rob. Never call me
I'm
Rob.
apologize.
No,
Apologize.
what I was saying was that I've never. I don't feel like the intimidating person that people seem to think I am sometimes. The fact that you were nervous. Why were you nervous about me being?
People younger, especially smaller people with smaller followings, like I did when you came in, they tend to see a follower number and get intimidated straight away.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if somebody has millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, you do get kind of intimidated. You're like, this person is killing the game, and here I am sitting on 5,000 followers. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, that's not true. That's just a case. Is that I was at 5,000 followers once too. We were all started
Oh
with
yeah.
no followers. So I don't know that I'm
Oh
killing the
yeah. I
game.
know. I noticed. I started to learn that as well. Now I have like people who follow me with 6.5 million followers, and they come into my lives, and it's just like one of my friends has to come in.
Yeah.
I just chat away to them. Till now, sometimes some of my favorite TikTokers do come in, and I get all like fangirly.
Well, I can understand getting excited about it. I did a thing the other day. The guy's girlfriend chased me for a while, saying, "Oh, could you say happy birthday to my friend? Could you say happy birthday to my friend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can say happy
Sure.
birthday to your friend." And then finally, I sang happy birthday to him on the live, and then she still
Yeah.
sent me another message, and so I actually made the guy a happy birthday video. Well, I have never
Oh.
seen a reaction like this. I mean,
Oh,
this guy was in tears
that's very cute.
over my videos. And she's like, I can't believe you got him to do that. How did you get him to do that? How did you? And I said, she's persistent. That's how. Yeah, I mean,
She wanted it, she got
you
it.
just ask. Yeah. She asked and she kept asking and she got it. So it worked out, and I was just so flattered to see that kind of reaction. That
Hmm.
who the hell am I? I'm just a guy,
Yeah.
and it was like I don't know. St. Peter had come down and touched this guy in the head. It's like holy mackerel! I had that much of an effect on him.
I've
So
had a few really flattering moments from TikTok. One of them, well, two of them being, I've had people tag me in their videos, and then when I go to their videos, they were painting me or sculpting me out of clay.
I haven't had the sculptor yet. I've had the painters though. Yeah.
I've had a sculptor sculpted out of clay, and then I was walking through the city center, and this little, I think it was 9-year-old girl, came up to me and asked me, could she do a TikTok dance with me? 'Cause she knew me from TikTok.
Oh, that's funny.
So in the middle of the city center, I was doing TikTok dances, even though I swore I'd never do TikTok dances.
Well, how can you refuse a 9-year-old a TikTok?
Exactly. She was very cute as well. She nearly started crying, so I was just like, no, I have to do it. I can't. Even if everybody I know does walk past me.
Was that after your TikTok dance with your brother had been on the news, or was that before? It was after. Okay, so that's how she recognized you, because you were
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
a national figure now. John McGrath, national figure.
I've been on TV a few times, yeah.
Yeah, well, you are a national figure. You're world class dancer and all that good stuff, and handsome fellow and raconteur on TikTok, conversationalist, as I dubbed you here. TikTok conversation.
I like that. I like that title. I'm going to put that in my bio on TikTok now. Conversational.
Yeah, that's what. Well, that's really it is. You're very good. You're very easy with your conversation. You carry a thread well. You follow it up real good. Yeah, and it's a little easier as a monologue, especially for the Irish, as well I know, to run a monologue. Just keep talking.
Oh yeah,
Just got to keep talking here. Yes,
we're a country of wafflers.
And, well, it's not just a country. I mean, you've sent a lot of us out to the world.
True. So we are a worldwide brand. At this stage, we're not even a country anymore.
You're an exporter. You export the gift of gab all around the world.
We do.
So many people say that to you. You say, "Oh, you kissed the Blarney Stone," and it's like, yeah, I don't know about the Blarney Stone, but Irish genetics do have something to do with it. I think makes us all a bunch of talkers. We like to talk.
That's it. Yeah. Most Irish people haven't kissed the Blarney Stone, and they still and they still waffle on a bit.
The waffle on. I like that, waffle on.
That's just what I said all the time. I'm waffling.
That's an interesting way to put it. Waffling on.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to me too when I asked you about singing, and you said no, you don't sing, and you have a lovely voice, but it's not a trained voice, but you've got something going on there. But I think that's the same thing when you live in Ireland. You are surrounded by people who can sing so much better than you that you feel like, no, I can't sing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good singers in Ireland. It's a very underrated country for singers, I think.
You think? Irish tenors are famous throughout the world.
They've some famous people, but there's a lot more talent in Ireland than is on show internationally at the moment.
Oh, I think that's probably true. I mean, you guys are stuffed with talent from tip to tail, so it's hard to make room for all the fabulously talented Irish people in the world, because we've got all these Irish Americans who are at it too, and all these Irish Canadians, and they're all, I mean, half of the people in show business are from Irish Canadian birth or Irish American birth. Yeah, so it's interesting to see. And of course, people always say to us, oh, Kelly, you're Irish. And it's like, no, I'm fucking American. if I
That
was
is
Irish,
probably
I'd
the biggest. It's probably an Irish person's biggest pet peeve is when people say that they're Irish instead of saying they're like, no, you're American with Irish ancestry.
That's right.
You're not. What's wrong with calling yourself American?
Because everybody likes to be a hyphenated American now. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was growing up, it was like it was important that you were an American. And that's what you were first, was an American, and that maybe your people came from another place, but you were an American. And don't forget your Irish heritage, but you're an American. And there's plenty
And
of
nowadays, everybody wants to show their versatility, their diversity.
yeah, I guess. So I understand it, but it's sort of it drives me crazy to see people here in the United States who have been here for 60 years and they're still talking like they were just off the old boat a minute ago, you know. And it's like, come on, will
Yeah.
ya?
Yeah, no, there's no way
I
that
don't-
you haven't had some sort of an impression of your accent since 60 years of living in the same country.
Oh, absolutely. You have to pick up, you know, your Boston Irish or your Boston, you know, some dialect. But no, I think they just like to cultivate their quote unquote Irish accent. And of course, after being here for 60 years, it's no longer truly an Irish accent. It's,
No, it's usually a put on one.
well, it's whatever it is that they're thinking it should be, you know. Mostly, mostly, a lot of dialect is about how you do parts of speech, how you speak, the grammar you use, and all of that, you know. So they're full of the Faith and Begorra shit, you know, and it's like, God, I don't think that anyone has talked like that for probably 50 years in Ireland, if not, maybe longer than that. Faith and Begorra.
My dad is born to Irish parents, but he was born and raised in England and moved over here when he was 18. He still has some English twang in his accent, but he does still have an Irish accent.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you look at some people who have been over in America for way longer than he's been in Ireland, and they still have full on Irish accents. You're like, you're definitely putting it on.
Oh yeah,
There's
no,
no
they're
way that
holding
you
on.
haven't.
Yeah, they're preserving it. They like it so much. Part of that though is because in America, anyone who has a foreign accent is believed. If you
And
have
a lot of Americans love the Irish as well, so that
oh
kind of helps.
yes, that's well, everyone loves the Irish accent. Everyone loves that lilt, that little bit of thing that you do.
Oh god, go leave that one on.
That's all right. But that little lilt to the language is what is very attractive. Just the way you do that, you know. Yes. I can't do it that.
Well, for such a small country, there are so many different accents. There's 32 counties, and I think every county has its own accent, and every county probably has 3 different dialects of that accent as well.
And also then does that dialect extend into Gaelic too?
There's different words in different counties of Ireland in Gaelic. Like Donegal would have different kind of Irish to say Dublin and Waterford. Out west has their own, and up north would have different version of Irish, but they'd be similar. There'd just be some differences.
Now, how well do you speak Irish?
I don't speak Irish very well at all.
You know, it's the song Galway Bay, where they say the ladies in the upland digging praties speak a language that the strangers do not know. Well, guess what? A lot of the Irish don't know it either.
Exactly, a lot of the Irish don't. It's a dead language. A few people keeping it alive. There's like
The
Gaeltacht. There's different places where it's like compulsory to speak Irish, but they're
really?
very few. Yeah, the Gaeltacht, they're very few and far between though.
Huh.
In school, it's still compulsory to learn, but after school, there's no kind of push to people going into college to keep it up or anything like that, which is why a lot of people just forget it.
So it's all through high school Gaelic then.
Hmm?
Irish.
Sorry?
All the way through high school, all the way
Yeah.
to secondary school,
Well, yeah.
all the way through secondary school. You're taught Irish.
Yeah, we do primary and secondary school, and it's taught the whole way through. It's one of the compulsory subjects. And then after it's gone from a compulsory subject to nobody really does it unless they want to become a teacher.
Unless they want to become a teacher. Otherwise, the hell with that. Here you have a secret code language you could talk all the time, and you don't use it.
Yep.
That's funny. It's not. I guess.
It's a hard
that
language
funny.
to learn, though, as well. To be fair.
I
It
would
should naturally. Most of it doesn't.
just the vowels, the consonant sounds alone with the and all of that stuff, going on. It's sort of Germanic in some ways.
Yeah.
I don't know much. I don't know any, as a matter of fact. Let me put it that way. I don't know any Gaelic. I mean, the people.
I know the basics, like hello, how are you? Where do you live? Kind of. I know how to hold a small conversation in Irish, but I'd be able to hold the same conversation in French.
Really? Oh God, I'd have a much
Yeah.
worse time with French. I have trouble with French pronunciation. That's my problem with French.
French pronunciation can be quite hard. I was using, just before quarantine, I was trying to teach myself French using the Duolingo app. It's
Oh
quite
yeah,
good, but
yeah.
it's hard to hit if you don't hit the accents exactly the way that the person you're repeating it after does. It's you said it wrong, so you're like, oh,
Well, that's right, because the accents are real important in that language. It's
yeah,
the same thing with Chinese and the vowel sounds. That it's the
yeah.
vowel sound that makes the difference. And if you can't, some vowel sounds we just can't say.
Yeah.
People,
There's two languages that I
yeah.
really want to learn are Afrikaans and Maori.
Maori,
Yeah,
really? But why Afrikaans?
New Zealand is where I want to live.
Oh, you want to live in New Zealand, okay? But why do you want to learn
Yeah, I want
Afrikaans?
to live. It just really interests me when I'm seeing people like speaking on TikTok because I like a lot of South African videos, so they come up in my For You page the whole time on TikTok, and it just seems like a really interesting language and actually quite hard to learn.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
So I'm trying to.
combination of English, Dutch, and German. Yeah,
Mm,
odd combination of languages.
it is.
That's interesting, though. New Zealand. So, why do you want to move to New Zealand? Do you a sheep herder? What?
No, I've always loved New Zealand. I've always loved the accent, the haka. Since I seen the haka in my first rugby match that I watched, I fell in love with the kind of culture of New Zealand as well. So then I went online when I first got a computer and I started looking at images of New Zealand and I just fell in love with the scenery there as well. So I just really want to.
New Zealand is one of the most beautiful places in the world. It truly is.
And a girl that I actually went to school with is over in Auckland at the moment teaching boxing. So she's a boxing coach. So I could go over and stay with her if I did ever go over.
Well, I'm sure you're anxious to do that, and that's a long trip though from Ireland. How long does it take to get to New Zealand from Ireland? 18
Very
hours?
long trip. You'd have to stop off in Qatar or Abu Dhabi before you can continue on.
Oh,
Take about 18 or 19 hours.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's like going to Japan from here.
But it would.
Same
The
thing.
thing that would scare me about moving that far away is if we ever have a pandemic like this again, I get stuck in New Zealand. I can't go home.
Yeah, but I mean, New Zealand's not a bad place to be stuck.
It's not the worst place in the world to be stuck. You're right there.
No, I mean, golly, it's such a beauteous place, and it's funny. It's one of my skills. I'm pretty good at accents and picking up people and being able to tell a Kiwi from an Australian. I remember I was in where was I? Las Vegas, and we were going out to the Red Rocks Desert, and we had to pick up a couple, and the couple get on board and they start talking, and I said, I know that you're not English, and I know that you're not Australian, so I'm going to guess you guys are Kiwis. And they were like, how did you know that? I said, well, yeah, I got that Australian thing. I got a throat, going back there. None of that. But it had a very proper British accent. So I said, that's the only way. That's the only other place it could be, would be New Zealand. So that was my guess. I was right. I won the big prize. Let's see. Good evening, Bob, says James Lang. Hello, James Lang. How are you? Glad you're here on the chat line there. I'm not good about paying attention to the chat as this is going on, so I'm trying every once in a while to look over that way, see how things are going.
I am my three favorite accents at the moment are probably the Scottish accent, the Kiwi accent, and one of the South African accents.
Afrikaans, very, very broad kind of thing that go that. And Scots. Now, Scots is difficult because for us, Americans always think of Scots as the rolling R and all that, the brr, and they don't really. Yeah, they don't really understand that they only just tap that R now. That's just Glasgow.
It's only really the north of Scotland who properly roll their R's.
Yeah, they don't really need to roll them. Like I said, most of the people on Isla and places like that, they just tap that R. They don't actually. None of that. Yeah.
None of that.
We'll have none of that. I have the man with the indeterminable accent, who is a mix between the two accents of Ireland and Scotland, and so they can never be determined where the hell that I'm coming from. So that's the idea. And I'd like to keep it a secret. You say, what? Who is this man?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's a man with the indeterminable accent. He's from the Isle of Indeterminable.
Whenever Irish people come into my lives, they can never tell what part of Ireland I'm from because I have a mix of everywhere.
Is that because you lived everywhere, or is it because you got that kind of get brought up there and that going on there, that Waterford thing, and then anyway, go on.
It's just from people coming into my life that don't really understand how I was speaking at the start. I start to make myself, because Waterford accent is very oh well, what's the crack? How are you? Very fast speaking and very, very kind of harsh sounding.
Well, none of your accents are really harsh sounding. So.
Oh, there are some harsh sounding accents in Ireland.
Are there?
Okay. Dublin accent. Have you not heard the Dublin accent? You're right, pal. Yeah.
Well, you see, we have some pretty grating ones in the United States. So I think, as far as degree of grading, I think no, compared to the United States.
There's definitely
Ireland got nothing.
There's definitely some animated accents in Ireland. Definitely some
animated.
Very animated, as in very kind of, oh hello, how are you? That'd be Cork. I'm from Cork now. Where are you from? Very high pitched, very.
That's high pitched,
very
but that's
singing.
not annoying. Yeah, that's not annoying though.
They sound. No, it sound. After a while.
After a while. So it turns out that James
Lang. With Kerry.
Kerry, go on, yeah.
Same way, Kerry sounds a lot like a farmer version of Cork, and it's very high pitched and sounds like they're singing to you all the time.
Oh, well, maybe they are. Maybe they are singing to you, lad.
Maybe.
So I get a note here from James Lang, who is actually watching from Scotland, and he says, "Hello, John." Also.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And
hi, James.
Yeah. Ola Manola, who has come to almost all of my lives, is here. Say hello to Ola Manola. I don't know who Ola Manola is, but they're a fan. And a loyal fan.
Good.
But they keep coming back. So that's what I like. I like people who keep coming back. And since this is unusual, go on.
You have a very, very soothing voice, which is probably why people keep coming back. You could you literally do read bedtime stories to people.
I do. That's true. A lot of people ask me why I do that, and I said because there's a need out there.
Because you have a soothing voice.
Yeah, but it's people need to hear this. People need to hear some bedtime stories. There are people who have never been read to ever. So I fulfill that.
Do you actually read bedtime stories, or do you just read stories that you find interesting?
I am reading the Brothers Grimm. That's what we're working through right now is the Brothers Grimm, the fairy tales.
And you'd read a chapter per night, would you?
I read a couple of stories. Sometimes it's a couple of stories. It depends. But this is how much is left of the Brothers Grimm to read here. You can see that it
Not
is
that much.
very little. We're on page 559 of a total of. I meant to look at this the other day to see how many pages there were. And as we have 632 pages total. So, and we're on 559. So we've got about another 100 pages, 50 pages, and we're done. Or so, maybe 80 pages, and we're done.
How many?
400.
How many stories is in that book?
400 fairy tales in the Grimm's fairy tales. Grimm's complete fairy tales. They're complete. Every fucking one of them is in there. Every one of them's in there, right there. I don't know which. Yeah, that was it. That was the right camera. So that we'll be finished with that pretty soon. And I was trying to decide what I'm going to go to next. Beyond this, I thought I'd go directly to Hans Christian Andersen, and then I said,
I was literally just about to say it, Hans Christian Andersen.
And Hans Christian Andersen is very dark fairy tales.
Very dark compared to.
Yeah, the Little Match Girl has to be one of the saddest fucking fairy tales in the world. As is The Little Mermaid. Who the fuck knows what Disney did to it? You know, Disney, they'd screw up a fucking word.
Disney have a weird habit of that. They can take a fairy tale that's quite dark and make it quite Disney.
Yeah, ridiculously Disney and anthropomorphic and all that stuff. You know, yeah. As I have a hip hop song where I quote, you know, "When you wish upon a star." I said, "When you wish upon a star, that won't get you very far. Listen, what I'm telling you, what you're gonna do is do. Not wish upon a star, bitches." See, I think we were all sold that fucking bill of goods from fucking Disney. It's like, no, it isn't about wishing upon a star. It's about doing shit, motherfuckers. So, yeah, so let's see, where was I? The fairy tale that I wanted to move forward with is Nathaniel Hawthorne was an early American writer from, you know, around colonial times and a little bit beyond. And he wrote a story called The Miraculous Pitcher. That's what I want to read next, I think, is The Miraculous Pitcher. And then I think I want to read a little Kipling. And then I might go to Anderson from there. I've got a real...
I've never heard of the
Nathaniel Hawthorne?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of him. I've heard of Kipling and I've heard of Hans.
Oh, yeah, everyone's heard of Hans. Hans is everywhere. Hans Christian Andersen. But Kipling, of course, you know, he's just the Just So stories, and I really love them a lot. And one of them I have on my note paper, my official note paper. From the desk of... right there. And that little card there is an engraving from the Just So stories. It's about how the elephant got his nose, how the elephant got his trunk. And it's a great story. It really is a great story. And it was read to me by my grandaunt, not my grandaunt, my aunt Helen, as a child. So I have a soft spot in my heart for that one. But The Miraculous Pitcher is just one that I discovered on my own. And it's vaguely related to myths and legends because Mercury is involved in it. It was one of the visitors who brings the miraculous pitcher in the end. So that'll be interesting. I just love the story, and I'd like to reread it and to be able to read it to people. Changes the story for me to read it to someone. So in some of these Grimm fairy tales,
I seem to always.
Go on. I'm sorry.
I seem to always. No, you're fine. I seem to always miss your bedtime stories, or I pop in for a second and my Wi-Fi is acting a jackass, so I have to back out. But I always try and say hey, and I don't. You don't see it before I leave, and then I get a message off you saying thank you for popping into my bedtime stories.
Well, it's the thing is that I don't pay attention to the chat while I'm reading because I can't. I'm
Get
reading.
distracted.
So after I'm finished reading, I go back and look through the entire chat and answer everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
And some people find that annoying, but as far as I'm concerned, I find it more annoying to make a comment and not be recognized than I do for me to go back.
Yeah. See, I would find it annoying if I was the person doing the live, because I'd have to scroll back and I'd have to find all the comments. Which is why I prefer to be more interactive straight away, and then do what I need to do. And sometimes I will miss chats, and I always say to people, if I miss your chat, just say it again.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what I've done. Is that you've missed a few of my comments, and it's sort of like, okay, now I've got to type it out and wait until he's looking at the screen. He's about to look at the screen, hit the button, and see if I can get it on there. So that you,
Sometimes TikTok has the thing about ghosting certain words, so certain comments won't come through. They will stop some comments from coming through depending on words that are in it. Especially descriptive words. You try to call somebody beautiful, a lot of the time the word beautiful gets ghosted.
Really? A
lot of the time, yeah.
I probably never called anyone beautiful. Maybe that's what it is.
I know the words like duets, following, all that stuff gets blocked as well, because people come in asking for follows and follow me back and all that, and people get annoyed. So TikTok would block the word from lives.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I don't know how my filters work. All I know is that I don't get many. Oh, hey there. Who's that, Dad?
That's my dad. Yeah.
Hey, Dad. How you doing,
Hi,
Dad? You did a fine job with this one, by
How
the
you
way.
doing? Here.
You saying it's on to recording? He's live on YouTube. Hello.
Hello there, young man. How you doing?
Hello.
I hear that you're a bit younger.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. And I wanted to
A
congratulate
bit.
you on how well you've done with this young man here. You raised a fine young man.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Oh, my
You
pleasure.
probably disagree.
I would disagree at times, but yeah, he's not all bad. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. There you go. See, I complimented you, and he was like, "Well, he's not all bad. So you're not." He wouldn't agree.
Irish dad, eh?
Yeah, well, no, it's perfect. It's like my dad. It's very similar to my dad. My dad was very big on me not wearing my heart on my sleeve. So I'm sure. I don't know if your dad's like that too.
Oh, he doesn't get a choice of whether I wear my heart on my sleeve or not. I do it anyway.
Well, yeah, you're a sweetheart of a guy, so I get that. At least that's the impression I get from you. Yeah, I mean that you're easy to talk to. You get along with all these people, and you know it's not always easy to make this kind of connection across a screen like this. So that shows real skills. You know? Yeah. So all you people out there, if you're TikTok people, you should definitely be following John McGrath, and you should go on his lives and see what it is that I'm talking about. His ease of manner, and besides that, he's a handsome young man too. So.
Everybody is also always welcome in my lives. There's only one rule, and that's don't be a dick.
Well, yeah, I guess. you mean don't.
You
be
can have one, but don't be one.
You can have one, but don't be one. I get it.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. That's really good. Well, I haven't met any of your mates yet. I hope at some point to meet some of them. I think you had one day when you were playing a game and you had somebody beside you. It wasn't your brother. It was someone.
I often have. There's a good friend of mine, Brittany, who comes in whenever she's in. We do a live together, and people seem to love it because I would pay less attention to the chat, but the two of us would just be absolutely buckled at each other. We just laugh at everything the other person says, and we'd play wrestling matches and everything, and people just love it.
Oh, Wrestling.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm sure you have a few.
If she wasn't a man, I'd be married. If she wasn't a girl, I'd be married to her.
Well, that's it. You know, it's perhaps there's hope for you yet.
Perhaps.
No, I don't think so. I think you're very happy being who you are, and I like who you are. I really do. I think you're one of them quality people that we run into every once in a while. You know, one of these people that
Thank you.
when you meet them, you're sort of like, yeah, I really want to know this guy. So, yeah, that's really like I said when you followed me and I didn't follow you back, and when I found out I didn't follow you back, I felt like really embarrassed because I liked you a whole lot. You know. James Lang says to me, Bob, your Scottish accent is better than mine. LOL. Oh, and I love to say the fucking home song. Yeah, that's funny. You're making a beautiful duet. Oh, that's nice. They're saying we're making a nice duet. Well, that's good. We're doing very well together. We're good dancing partners.
That's it. It takes two to tango.
I'll go with you on that. I got to get you to talk more, though. That's the thing.
What would you like me to talk about?
I don't know. What would you like to talk about? What did you envision this being like?
I wasn't too sure. I had watched parts of the episode 12 with JT Sloan, and it seemed like you were just vibing off each other, just having a chat. That's what I was looking forward to about it, was it not being a completely static interview, say.
No,
I
it's
was looking
definitely
forward
that.
to being more of a chat vibe.
So are you feeling that?
I am. I'm feeling very comfortable.
That's good. That's what it's about. It's about making the person on the other side comfortable so that they can talk like a normal human being
Exactly.
instead of having this interview kind of idea.
You do see a lot of, especially on Instagram, people do the two people lives show where you go live with somebody else, and it seems more like a job interview than just chatting away with people. They seem very robotic.
Well, that's the skill
I
of the
don't like
person
that. They don't.
who's running it. That's what it is.
Mm.
I have
100% there.
I will have to take that as a compliment of what I do, that I am able to make people feel comfortable on the other side and to have this kind of conversation. Yeah.
Exactly. It is 100% down to how comfortable you make a person feel while you're speaking to them as well.
Yeah. And you do that. That's one of the things you do on your live, is that whenever you're talking, it's like whoever you're talking to, it's like they're the most important person on that live at that moment in that time. So, and you're very good at that. You're very good at directing your attention that way. So it works really nice. And it's just comfortable to listen to you talk too. Like I said, your accent is part of the beauty of this thing. Much as when people come in to listen to me, it's about the sound of my voice a lot of times than it is anything else.
Yeah. See, I hated my accent when I started TikTok, which most Irish people do. And it was only from putting out a few TikTok videos where I actually spoke using my own voice and people started commenting on it saying how much they loved it, that I started to kind of, I wouldn't say like my accent, but tolerate it.
Well, you get used to it. You see, you don't as a person, you don't hear yourself outside yourself. What you hear
Yeah.
inside your head is the thing with all the resonances that go on inside your head. So when you hear yourself on tape or in a video, then you kind of like, well, who is this tinny person that isn't me? And it really is you, but you never heard it from that perspective. I've been recording my
It's the
voice.
same when you're singing. When you hear yourself singing back, you're kind of like, that's not me. That doesn't sound like I sound to myself.
Yeah, now it does to me. I mean, now that after all these years of doing it and recording myself and all that, when I hear myself, I sound like myself, even though I know that I sound different inside my head than I sound on tape or on recording. I say tape because I came from that era. I'll probably say tape until I die. It's on
We love
tape.
old school. We
That's
love
it.
old school.
That's it. And let's see here. We'll bring this down here. Yes, we got the other microphone. And get away from that microphone over there. We move to this microphone. And then we go. When I was a boy, I learned this in the 2nd grade from a teacher who said, "You should learn this song because it's of Irish origin, and I bet your parents would like it, and your relatives, because I come from a family of, my mother had 11 in her family, and it's true. I think it is, because it's, if you ever go across the sea to Ireland, then maybe at the closing of the day, you will sit and watch the moon rise over Claddaugh and see the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again the ripple of the trout streams, the women in the meadows making hay, and to sit beside a turf fire in the cabin and watch the barefoot gossoons at their play. For the breezes blowing o'er the sea from Ireland are perfumed by the heather as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging praties speak a language that the strangers do not know. For the strangers came, they tried to teach us their way. They scorned us just for being what we are, but they might as well go chasing after moonbeams or light a penny candle from a star. And if there is going to be a life hereafter, and somehow I am sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea. So there.
That was very good. I love that song.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's as I said, it was taught to me by a music teacher who actually taught 3rd grade, but she taught music to the entire school in elementary school. And it turned out that she was the husband of the man who later chose me to join the choir school, the first all-boys Catholic choir school in America, and the only one in America for that matter. And his name was Mr. Maria. So it was really interesting to have that connection between my 2nd grade teacher and my 8th grade voice master. Essentially, he taught me pretty much everything I know about singing. So that's interesting. Anyway, yeah. So I had to play that song for you. I don't know why. Probably just because. It's a pretty song.
I loved it.
Thank you. It's nice to do.
Very good. So how long have you been singing then?
Since I was a boy. I mean, literally like 10 months old.
Are we bad?
Yeah,
You're a wee lad.
a wee lad. That's right. A barefoot gossoon, for that matter. A barefoot gossoon.
Barefoot grass.
Yeah, you know.
I was 3 years of age when I started Irish dancing.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's always been fascinating to me. People
My
go on,
go on.
go on. Yes, go on, go on. Keep talking about your dancing, lad.
What? My great grandmother started the Irish dancing school. Then she passed it on to my grandmother, and then my grandmother passed it on to my mum and my auntie. And now I've just qualified as a dancing teacher myself, so I'll be starting classes after quarantine.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Well, then
Yeah.
I'll definitely ask
So
for a
I'm no
lesson when I
longer
come.
definitely. I'm no longer doing the competitive side now. I retired from competitive side 2 years ago.
Ah. Well, I mean, you're old for competitive now, aren't you?
Exactly. I won my last world championships and then decided that was it. I'd won two, got second once. I was like, that's enough for me. So I'll focus
Yeah.
on becoming a teacher and working full time as well, because it's not easy to train for exams while you're also working full time. So competitive wasn't really an option anymore.
So now is this going to be your job from here on in, or are you going to continue working at another thing?
See, I still enjoy the bar work that I do, so I
Right.
might keep the bar work up part time.
Yeah.
But I won't be working because I need to work. I'll be more working because I want to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, and I can understand that you're a personable fellow, and that's part of also why you are a conversationalist, is because you sit behind the bar, tending bar, so you get plenty of chances to converse with people.
Exactly. The bar work has definitely helped. The bar work definitely helps with my lives as well, because I still talk to people while I'm trying to pour a pint or make them a cocktail.
Yeah.
So I'm still focused on something while having a conversation with somebody else. So it's kind of helped me be able to do something and just glance at the screen and see what's being said and then go back.
Yeah, like I said, I'm totally fucking impressed every time I watch Go to Your Lives. It's like, Jesus Christ, I wish I could do this. But then again, you're not reading and you're not playing music, so it's a different thing. It's a totally different thing.
Exactly. Exactly. If I'm distracted from, it's not really a big deal. If you get distracted from singing, you're going to forget where you were. If you get distracted from a book, you're going to have to start again.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if I'm just painting a wall in my room, I can go wherever I want.
you can get back to painting your wall. That's true.
That's
It is,
it.
and music. I mean, you have to inhabit it. If you don't inhabit the piece, then it's not
You
going
have to
play.
get in. Yeah, you have to get into it. You can't have any distractions when you're playing music.
When I was playing that song just a few minutes ago, I was thinking about that and saying, you know, it's really is. This is what happens to me: is that I disappear from that world of relating to people, and I'm just there inhabiting the song and doing the song. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the song. So,
Exactly. If you were to stop halfway through and read a comment, then it's going to lose the emotion of the song as well.
Yeah, that's the truth. Especially some of the songs, you know.
Especially some of the comments that you'd end up reading as well.
Well, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of people making lascivious comments in my lives. I'm not
But
anyway.
in my life,
You're
lives,
alive.
if I was to stop a song, the comments, that it would be a completely different song that I'd have to go back and sing and say.
I'm going to insist that the next time that you have a live where you are on, and it is all no holds barred, you have to send me a message and say, hey, we're online. Come on over here if you
I
want
will,
to
of
see
course.
it.
I won't be doing one tonight because I was live earlier on, but I will do one tomorrow, and I will definitely let you know just as I'm going live. No holds barred. Over
I
18.
need to know that because I just want to listen in. I just want to have this entire fantasy world fulfilled by listening to what the hell is on in your lewd and lascivious chats. Because
I love in my live when somebody comes in just trying to act the asshole, when somebody comes in just throwing hate, I don't respond to it. I just ignore it. But the people
I
in my
do
lives get so protective that the people, like, they get so protective of me that the people end up leaving, probably crying.
Yeah, I know. I have that same thing. People start screwing with me. I might mention to them, say, "Oh, hey, yeah, you're really clever. See ya." And then the people just start on them. They start laying into them. What are you doing here? Why are you doing this? So yeah, I don't know if
They
they're
go off.
crying, but they leave.
They probably are. They do leave, yeah. They leave. They come in thinking that they're the big person, and then they end up leaving like a little shell of themselves.
Yeah, I had somebody come in the other day and say, "Oh, how many strokes has he had?" And it was like, what the fuck? You don't even know who the fuck you're talking to here. What are you coming in and saying shit like that for? What's
Exactly.
wrong with you? I say, what, something wrong with you? Is there something? Is it, oh, I see your name, and, whatever their name was, and it was something that I could make fun of, so I did. It was like, oh, little, that must be referring to your dick.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
Little John.
Like a lot of
Oh,
them,
he's Little John.
that's why I don't respond to them, because that's what they're waiting for, as a response and kind of
Oh,
a
no, that's
reaction.
it.
So I
That's
just
what
laugh at
trolls
them. I
want. They
just
want a
literally,
reaction. And when they don't get the
exactly.
reaction,
So I just
that
read
they
the
want-
comments in my head.
Yeah, the ones the ones who say, "Oh, say Nick," oh, you're trying to get me to say the N word.
Yeah.
You're trying to say this word. You're trying to get me to say that word. It's like, hey, I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday. It was the day before.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you say hello to my friend? His first name is Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what his second name is.
Well, I'll say hello to Nick, but I won't say hello to his last name. Yeah. They
I
never
always,
do.
if they do say that, I'll always call him Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas Jur.
Hey, Nicholas. Nicholas Jur. Oh, you must be related to Saint Nicholas. I get it.
That's
Santa
it. Yeah.
Claus. A lot of
Oh
people
yeah,
call
Nick.
Santa, and I tell them, Santa? No, you're dyslexic. It's Satan.
Satan. Yeah. Oh, you're too skinny to be Santa.
I've got a big enough beard, though.
You do have the beard. You have the majestic beard. I can't grow a beard.
Well, I couldn't grow a beard when I was your age either. Okay, it would all come in patchwork and red, green, blue.
Mine just is too curly because I'm naturally curly.
Yeah, well, so what do you think this is? This is fairly curly. So no, I think eventually you will be able to grow a beard. It's when you're mature, John.
Oh.
You're not mature enough.
I am mature. I'm a very mature person.
Well, you are
like
a mature
fine cheese.
person. I'm not saying you're not a mature person, but what I'm saying to you is that your beard has not matured. This beard did not grow up until I was almost after 60. Granted, I had not tried before that, but I tried early on when I was about your age.
Yeah.
What are you, 30 or so?
24.
See that? You're younger than I thought. I was giving you greater maturity. 24. You haven't even finished fucking growing yet. So yeah. You stop growing at 25. Your brain stops growing at 25. Everything really kind of stops at 25, 26 years old, and it's all downhill from there. But it's a gentle slope.
I've been 5'8" since I was 16.
Well, like as I said to you the other day, I was 5'8" all my life until just recently, and now I'm 5'7". Gravity has taken a toll. You shrink.
Gravity will take its toll.
Yeah, eventually you will shrink. So I'm shrinking now. I'm down a whole inch from my 5'8" hood. Thank God other things haven't shrunk. At least, in that case, gravity is actually helping that one, make it a little longer.
Yeah, because you're now 5'7", so it looks a little.
Oh yes, in proportion, it looks a lot bigger now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's the old joke. I'm only 2 inches. Yeah, I'm only 2 inches from the ground. Yeah.
From the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever somebody's like, "How's it hanging?" Yeah, just down around my ankles, you know.
Yeah, that's what. And I always, I apparently you don't know that I have Irish extraction because Irish disease, all balls, no dick.
I know a
That's
few
what they
people
always.
who suffer from that.
Yeah, that's what everybody always. Yeah, the Irish disease, all balls, no dick. Yeah. There was a what was it? I worked with this black kid in the late '60s. That's for when I first started at the telephone company, and he used to say, "Yeah, I don't know what it is about you white guys. You white guys got the biggest balls, man. Biggest fucking balls I've ever seen. White guys, they got gigantic balls. I don't understand that. We got it on the other end. You guys balls." I said, "Oh, well, that
Yeah.
I never noticed that, Frankie. Of course, I haven't had a lot of black
Thanks for
people in
telling
my life. And they were all Irish in my neighborhood, so those look like normal balls to me. Yeah. All right. Yes, you can see I'm getting prepared for your no holds barred interview. So that's your no holds barred chat.
You are getting prepared.
I will
I do
back
like.
off a little. Let's see. Oh, look here. Here's a note here from James Lang. Says it's about mutual respect as well. I guess it must be mutual respect when in talking and being to each other. But James Lang also said, when I watched your stay at home song, what I liked about you, Bob, was your antics and wit. Everything just rolled off your tongue. It was quite comical to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So there. And James Lang says, can I book a lesson? He wants to learn how to Irish step dance. Well, you're in Scotland, so that's going to be kind of hard. You just have to come on over there.
I'm not impartial to a trip to Scotland. I love Scotland.
Well, there you go. So he'll come to you, James. All you got to do is pay his train fare, I guess, or his bus fare, or whatever the hell. You can't. That's right. You can't drive there to Scotland.
You can get the ferry.
You need a submarine. You can get who you calling a ferry? Oh.
If anybody in this conversation is a ferry, it's me.
It's both of us. I think we're both. We both got that. We both carry in that crown. We're the queens of the May, Darwin.
Somebody
So
called
James
me the other day in my chat.
Queen of the May, really?
Somebody about the King of the Fairies, which is an Irish dancing tune as well.
Oh, King of the Fairies. I see. It's a lot of glamour. I know that. So let's see here. I think James wanted to know where else he could find you besides TikTok. And I say, if you're not a TikTok person, you can find him on Instagram, where he is. He is John. Is it McGrath John on Instagram? It's reversed.
_John 96.
McGrath _John 96. And that 96 has to do something with some measurement, I think.
Or a year of birth.
Oh, it was the year of birth. Oh, damn. I was hoping he was 96. Because that would be some serious member there,
9.6 maybe.
They got 9.6 on the millimeter scale or the centimeter scale. What I'd like to know. Yes. How many stone does it weigh? That's what I want to really know.
Who, me or him?
Well, I don't know, James. He's a Scotsman, so they win the blue ribbon. Hey, hey.
I'm a skinny little thing.
Well, that's all right. Proportionally, it'll look better than too against the skinniness.
I'm 11 stone.
Oh, 11 stone. Okay, stone is like 20 pounds. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't know. He says, I don't know. So we're going to consult the oracle here. We'll go here. Hey, Google, how much is a stone?
1 stone is equal to 14 pounds.
There we go. 14 pounds to the stone.
Yeah.
So there we go. I was wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong, and it won't be the second time I was wrong. It's many of the times that I've wrong.
Bob struggles with the metric system.
Bob struggles with the royal system too. The avoir du poids. Avoir du poids. Which I always thought was an interesting name for it. Avoir du poids. Because avoir du poids means things sold by weight. So how does that work into miles? You know?
Au revoir, du poids. Does that not mean goodbye 2 points?
No, du poids of points. No, it doesn't mean of. No, it's not au revoir. It's not revoir. It's au revoir. A-V-O-I-R. Du poids, P-O-I-S.
Ah.
Au revoir du poids. And it means things sold by weight. That's what it means. And I don't know why. It's, it's one of those things. It's like people in the United States like to say that because they like foreign languages and they, that whole business about we'll believe anything if it's told to us by a person with a foreign accent. People prefer to live on a cul-de-sac rather than on a dead end. And I say to them, well, cul-de-sac, oh, it sounds better than dead end. And I say, yeah, do you know what it means? And they're like, well, no. And I says, it means the bottom of the bag. So you'd rather believe in the bottom.
Is that what the cul-de-sac?
Cul-de-sac is the bottom of the bag. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. Yeah, the bottom of the bag. And so which would you rather live at the bottom of the bag or at a dead end? I think a dead end is not a bad place to live, But I guess it's
I understand the bottom of the bag reference because you're going down, you're turning around at the bottom of the bag and coming back up.
Yep, that's right. Yep. No, it makes perfect sense what it is, cul-de-sac. I mean, that's why the French call it a cul-de-sac. It means bottom of the bag, and
because
metaphor.
To me, a dead end is like a wall.
Well, that is true. It is a wall. It is a wall. But anyway, yes, if you have that little turnaround. But people, even without that little turnaround, like to call it a cul-de-sac in America, which is like fucking stupid. But that's all right. People in America are stupid. A lot of them.
Yeah. My mother would live in a cul-de-sac, but I just live on the street because it's just the main road.
Oh, you live on the main, man. In Jamaica, you would be saying you lived on the main. That's one of the things I love about Jamaica. You go down. They would always, every direction started with, go up the main, because whatever road you were on, there was a main road not too far away, and that's where you went if you wanted to start any journey. So you go up the main. So I had a GPS unit, and I had it programmed with a Jamaican accent thing, and it was, instead of saying, please proceed to highlighted route, it would say, go up the main, man, go up the main. Because that's where all directions
But that's what I love about people. People always kind of, drop everything.
There he goes, folks. He's fallen off the table. That's what he gets. He's been drinking, I think.
I'm back. There we go.
Up. There he is. He's back. There he is.
Sorry
Look at his
about that.
prettiness.
That was a disaster.
No, that's all right. It was only a small disaster.
What I was saying is people always kind of give out about the Irish people not pronouncing their THs. And then you don't hear a word about the Jamaicans not doing it. The Jamaicans never pronounce their THs.
No, that's right. But that's because they sound pretty doing it. And I actually think the Irish sound pretty doing it too. Jamaican and Irish accents are very similar in many respects. They're certainly,
they can be. They can.
They have that lilt. And they have that, there's just a lot of things that are similar about it when I hear it. I say, that's a little bit of that Irish thing on there. Oh, sure.
A lot of people
I
say
know, I love
Cork
Jamaica.
accent.
The Cork accent.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track.
It is.
So yes, so you will have to book a lesson with Mr. James Lang when he gets in touch with you through Instagram or something.
Through Instagram.
Yeah, hopefully he will. It sounds like an interesting man. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know anything about him. He's just coming up on the chat here. So. But you never know. Usually,
We will see when he.
well, if he tuned into to us two cuties, I mean, good heavens, he probably has some good taste in men anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rambunctious taste in men. What fun, what adventure. Look at this. We've gone 2 hours and we've hardly talked about anything. But it's been great having you on. Is there anything you wanted to cover that we didn't?
No, I think we've covered pretty much about everything for me. It was great to talk to you. I enjoyed it.
You do, yeah. And it is. To get a chance to monopolize the conversation with you, which is really hard to do in the chat. I feel bad actually when you talk to me more than like once or twice during the chat, because it's sort of like, all these other people really want to talk to John, and I don't want to get in the middle of it.
No, I talk to everybody as much as I can, so it's all good.
That's great. Well, thank you again for coming on and being my very first TikTok-tacular person.
It was a pleasure.
It's a great pleasure to have you. And like I said, you better send me a note saying when you got your lewd and lascivious chat going on, I want to be in on that. I want to check that out.
You will be the first person I message.
Oh, boy. I'm feeling Be Still My Heart. One more time, Be Still My Heart. I can dream, John. I can dream.
You can dream away.
I'm going to dream all day, and then I'll also now see him. Now I have Jay to add into this dream. So, like I said, I've got that Jay and John thing going on there.
That'd be a good dream.
Yeah, I've got the motel room right next door, and all I can hear is the sound of slobbering and banging against the wall. My God, what are you doing in there? It sounds like fun.
I love it.
Yeah, I would too. I will love it, and I do. I really hope that you have a wonderful time that when he comes to visit, and I want a full report.
Me too.
I don't want any of this half-ass shit. I want to know everything. I don't want to hear anything about I don't kiss and tell. Bullshit. That's not what I hear.
Jesus, no, I kiss and tell. I kiss and tell a lot.
oh boy, that's it. I kiss and write novels. That's what I do.
I think I should start.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah, well, you could do that. That might work. I don't know, how the other people might feel about that, but Jason. So I do. I hope that all works out for you. I do hope at some point people actually this year were going over to Ireland for a trip, a golfing trip, but unfortunately, I can't afford to do it this year unless if amazing things happen between now and September, then maybe it's a possibility that I might end up there. But
start selling some merch on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I need to sell merch or somebody to buy something, or I'll get my royalties from Spotify and find out that, oh boy, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. But I kind of doubt that. I'm actually the best thing that I'm making. The thing I'm making the most money on is the music. One of my fans transcribed it and is selling the score to the song, the music, the sheet music. And so he sold, I don't know, he sold like 10 or 12 of them, at $12 a piece, and I'm getting half of that. So that's kind of nice little extra change, So that's the thing.
You should be checking your balance on TikTok as well.
Oh, I do. I check my balance on TikTok all the time. I've made almost nothing on TikTok. I think there's like $30 in there now. People don't pay me enough. And I've
made over 1,000 from TikTok so far.
Yeah, see, I'm not shameless enough to push it and I don't put up my Venmo on my PayPal. I had it
I
up
do.
there. I know you do. I saw it, but I mean, I had it up there for a while, and I said, I don't know. It just felt like begging, and I don't.
It felt pretentious to me at the start, but then people told me to do it, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. So in other words, you're telling me is that I should get over myself and just put it the fuck up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I will do that. I think I will because I
Either
really
that or create an Amazon wish list.
create numbers on wish list. What is that?
An Amazon wish list.
Oh, an
Basically-
Amazon wish list. Oh, based
Yeah.
on and tell people to go buy things for me. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. That's
I was thinking about it. I didn't.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have an Amazon wish list, but the things that are on it, they don't want to buy me. I don't think the 40-foot yacht is right in their money, but yeah, it's not on my Amazon wish list. But yeah, I think I do have to get over this whole thing about being begging to do this because in some respects I really do need to beg because I do. This is like I need the revenue stream now.
Exactly, but somebody turned around to me when they were giving me a lot of gifts, and I was like, "Look, you don't need to send me that much gifts." He was like, "Do not tell me how to spend my money. If I want to gift you, I will gift you, and I will find a way to do it, whether you turn your gifts off or not."
Yeah. So that says a lot. It really does. It let people spend money is speech,
Like people aren't going to gift you just because you ask. They'll gift if they're unsure about it, and then you say, "Well, I could do with it." They will give it you.
Yeah. So that's all I have to
So,
do is put it out there that I need this. I need this money. My money earning options are pretty low these days, and certainly not making anything on playing out. And I do. I mean, I provide an awful lot of content
Exactly.
for free to all these folks. So I think probably I should get over myself.
That's it. And all you have to do is put in the bio of your live, just say concert equals follow. Something like that. People will start sending concerts, which are the second highest gift.
No, I should say $5 to fucking PayPal equals follow.
Yeah. Do that. And you have 166,000 followers, so you'd probably get it.
Wow, that'd be something. That really would be something.
Exactly.
A lot of those 166,000 followers, though, I think some of them are fairly young. That they don't have any money.
The majority of my followers are adults, but they're it's weird because most of my followers are female.
Yeah, that actually started when I first started on TikTok. I was like 78% female, and then after I did the "Stay the Fuck at Home" song, all you have to do is say "fuck" in a song, and all of a sudden, all the men will show up. Now, it's
all
like
the men will fly over.
63% women now. 63%.
3%. Oh, 63.
Yeah. So I mean that's a big change from 78 to 63. So I picked up an awful lot of men.
52% women.
Oh, that's because you're such a cutie.
That's
You
because
just
I'm a
bring
thirst
on
trap.
the men. The men just get in line for you. I know that. I can tell that. I can tell. You can't fool me. Look at him. He's demurely looking down, and he's not blushing, but he's thinking about blushing. I've never seen anyone think about blushing before, so that was pretty cute. That's pretty cute. And without a question, there's a soft spot in my heart for you, John. I find you just enchanting. You're an enchanting person. So please keep up the good work.
There's definitely a spot on my heart for you too.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you take good care of that boy should he come over there to visit you.
I will, of course.
And give him a tug for me.
And hey, when he comes over, we can do this again, and I'll get him to join in.
Oh, that would be lovely. That would be great. And should you come back to these here United States, and should you ever be in the beautiful New England region, please look me up.
I will.
I will, of course. We need to have a meal together or something, And if you come into Oklahoma, then maybe I could schedule a road trip.
Exactly.
Because I ain't never been to Oklahoma.
Me neither. So we'd be experiencing it together.
That would be lovely. Yes, it would. Anyway, thank you again, John, and everybody. This is the famous John McGrath, the conversationalist extraordinaire from TikTok. Man that you want to know, a man who teaches Irish dance. If you want to learn Irish dance, you go to beautiful Waterford and take lessons from John. He'd be happy to have you.
Absolutely. And thank you very much for having me again, Bob. It was great.
All right.
loved it.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you had a good time. Thanks again, and good night. Sleep
No
well.
problem.
Say goodbye to everybody in the chat. Goodbye, James. And we'll
Later,
give
everybody.
guys
See you,
a message.
James.
He's going to send you a message. Oh, are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
I am, of course.
And as yourself?
Just John McGrath, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's on Facebook as himself, and me, I'm on my Facebook as Robert Emmett Kelly in my full regalia, my full name.
Very nice.
That's it.
Right.
All right.
I will speak to
Thank
you all
you.
soon, guys.
Yep. Take care.
See you. Bye.
End meeting. Goodbye. End stream. I'm sure I want to end my stream.